felt like God called me to make a video like this, but I'm not really here to give advice for this video or anything like that. A couple of days ago I fell into like that dark place again, and it was hard because all I was thinking about was like give up. But there's something about it that time that like was so convincing. Like I genuinely thought like over time I was never gonna get better as a person spiritually, but that's obviously not the case. That's like what the enemy tells you in times where you're feeling like so low, you feel like you're the furthest from God. But I feel like in moments like that, like we gotta realize like that's like when we're like closest to God, because that's when he wants us to seek him in prayer or whatever. And it's like God allows like stuff like that to happen so we don't get prideful and we don't lose ourselves, essentially. But if there is one thing like I learned from like those like hard situations, it's like you gotta just keep moving forward. A great quote. He's essentially like a brother to me. He's definitely not watching this video, but his uncle, one of his best words in Spanish is pies en la tierra, which basically means keep your feet on the ground. And I love that saying like so much. Like basically meaning stand firm, stay grounded. Life may beat you, the enemy may beat you, but just stay on the ground. Like keep your feet on the ground. Don't shrink. Sometimes don't even excel. Just like stay grounded. And a lot of times like when you get like in those like hopeless like dark places, the thing that like typically like gets me out of it a lot of the times is like thinking about like the people like you're trying to get better for. And usually at first I try to like ignore it. I try to remain hopeless in it, but you can't, because your feelings kind of are projected on how they would feel, essentially. You just start thinking about like your parents, and you start thinking about the people like you're trying to get better for. And it is kind of hard to like talk about this on camera, because I'm usually the guy that like tries to give whoever's watching like advice and stuff, but sometimes like you're in a place where like you feel like you don't even like have the credibility or the drive or motivation to like even talk about, you're just trying to make it to like the next day kind of thing. Like but if it's one thing is God never leaves, It may look like he's left, but he was always there from the start. He just wants you to seek him in the hard times and just make a way for you. Or he wants you to call on him to make a way for you, simply so he can just humble you. But keep you like in peace and in gratitude over like the stuff you have like in life. Like how blessed am I can like use these legs to walk, to like record this video. Like it's just stuff like that, I guess, you know. And you gotta think, like, somebody always has it worse than you, literally in any aspect. Like somebody always has it worse than you. And then you start thinking about, well, if they can get through it, through what they've got going on, then how different for you, you know what I mean? Like, here in like these first world countries, we don't even compare to some of the problems like going on in like the other side of the world, like these third world countries. Like, it's not even close. Like, and I know everybody goes through stuff, and like I know it's hard, but like at the end of the day, like it is kind of prideful to like compare like our problems to like theirs. Like they're literally like trying to survive another day, and that like is hard. Like food, water, shelter, like they're just trying to survive another day. And it's so easy in first world countries when you kind of like have it all. When you have it all, like it's very easy to spiral and start overthinking because your energy is not being pulled towards a situation to try to get better, basically. Because you kind of already got it all. You know? But I feel like that's where God calls us higher. Like, he wants us to fulfill a greater purpose. So you can help those, you know? You can save them from slaveries, and you can be an inspiration. Like me personally, like I always look at athletes as like an inspiration, like, you know? So what different are you to, I guess, the less fortunate or people going through problems that you maybe have already beat? Like, you know, like I know I have people that look at me in certain lights when they see I've like, don't want to jinx it completely, but like I've like overcome like my hardships with like lust and stuff. Like they look at me kind of like in that light, I guess. But like back to like my point, it's like gotta keep going. I mean, I know it's hard, but you gotta keep going. Even if you don't want to keep going, like you have to. Like you don't have like a choice, really. I mean, you do have a choice, but it's not the right choice, if you know what I'm talking about. Like another thing that helps me a lot is like don't let don't have like, oh, how does it go? It's like, don't let like a temporary problem give you a permanent solution or something like that. But yeah, anyways, that's all I came on here to say. Just keep going, and yeah, just trust God. Y'all stay blessed.